FileMaker.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. Hi, good to see you. Hello, Nick. How are you? Uh,
Doing good and
so we're here to talk about the wonderful and amazing FileMaker platform. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. We got a fun week ahead of us still. We had Monday yesterday. Uh, we are talking about FileMaker Makeover for your files. Basically, y'all have submitted files, and then Nick is working on the makeovers of them. Well, not like they're not like extreme, complete makeovers, but they're little mini things. Easy stuff to improve, easy tricks to talk about, all that jazz. If you'd like to support the channel, we would greatly appreciate it. Feel free to look at our FM Training annual subscription bundles. So we have all this lovely jazz, 100 plus hours of video content for you, highly edited, very animated, given by a really entertaining presenter. Richard Carlton, which if any of you have seen him present, which I know most of you have, he is very high energy and keeps things interesting. Other presenters in this course include Nick himself about UI, Jacob Taylor, and a couple of our other senior engineers. Quick reminder on those senior engineers, if you're looking at all this, go like, man, FileMaker's great, but I don't feel like coding it, or you've got a particularly interesting or rough spot that you don't want to deal with yourself, feel free to reach out to us at support@rcconsulting.com and give us a ring if you're looking for assistance with your FileMaker database. Uh, with that all being said, I think we're good. Nick, do you want to share your screen and get us started for what we're doing today?
yes. So today we continue the topic about this object that we built yesterday, the tab control here, right? So so I want to continue this and make sure we have a video and we have a serial video where we cover all of this, right? And because it's important to, like I said yesterday, it's important to know how to use this is because the tab control, like you know it, this one, right? It's not going to change. It's not going to get better. This is it. They didn't want to remove that object because that would have broken their legacy files, right? But this won't receive any evolution in the future. So, like I said, don't invest in this because this will never get here, right? Never get better, right? So here I showed you yesterday how you can, create one object and then spread it all over the place, right? With a minimum of work in order to make it working in another layout or even in another file, right? It's not that complicated, but let's continue. So yesterday we learned how to get a slide panel, right, to be controlled by a button bar, right? So the button bar acts like a remote control for this, right? So when you click here, right, when you click here, it goes to the slide number 1, the object slide number 1. This is your slide, and we named all the slide number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that's how it works. You click here and you say go, right? So here you can see when I click here, I can see in which direction the slide goes, right? See, it slide to the left, right, the right, left, right, see? So, but here it doesn't, see? Here I have the animation, here no. Here I have, here no. See? So why? It's because you can control these animation, no animation, right? With this option, right? Set layout objects animation off on. Saying that by default, right? This is off. That means here I could have said this, right? By default is off, right? When you use a go to object to go to a slide, there's no animation, right? I put that more for clarity and visibility than other thing, right? If you want the animation, you need to say, hey, I want on, off, see? So set layout animation, layout object animation, yes, on and off. So here, I'm calling the scripts with animation. And here, I was calling the script with no animation, right? So let's call the script with animation on all of them, okay? See? But you can turn it off if you want, because you don't want the animation all the time, right? For example, let me go to that file of yesterday. This file, I think it is the file we did. I think it's this one. See, here, when you are in the accordion, you don't want the animation right, left and right. You don't want, So here is no animation. Because if I use the animation, right, well, it's I have a better way. If I put the animation on, right, this is how it looks. Makes no sense. See? Make no sense. So you want this off, right? Now it makes sense. See? So that's why sometimes you want, sometimes you don't want the animation. And this is how you turn it on and off, right? So when you click here, right, now I click here and the tab that is highlighted, the bottom bar that receives the active states, right, is the one I just clicked, right? So if I go out and I come back, right, it resets, both resets, right? They come back to the slide one, button one, okay? Because I said I want the default to be, the active segment default to be the first. When you leave a layout and you come back, let's say I'm here. I'm on the slide number 3 and this button. If I go away and back, boom, I'm back to the one. Okay, this is the simple way to get the navigation, when you leave and come back. This is a simple way. But let's say now I want to physically connect the bar with the slide. Because, for example, here, if I move the slide like this, well, this doesn't follow. Just follow when I do this. When I click here and I say go there. But if I'm going there, it's not going there. So I want that. So how I can connect? I connected the bar with the slide, but now I need to connect the slide with the bar. That's direction. When I go there, I want this, right? So I want to show you a technique here, a technique of mine here, which is good, right? So you need to tell which slide you're in, right? So you need to say the system, okay, I'm on owner info, right? And I am in the slide number 3, because you move, So how we do that? So let me open. I don't know if it's open. No, it's not. Do I have another FileMaker open? No. Okay, so let me open it. And I'm going there. And so far, do we have any questions? Maybe I can answer.
I don't see any at the moment. We all following everybody? Questions, comments, concerns? People are being quiet.
Yeah,
Hello,
it's okay
David.
because I covered this for many times. So
Mm-hmm. Just people saying they're listening.
okay. So I just want to make sure that I have a video with the basic and the explanation of how to do that, right? So I'm opening another file where I'm going to borrow some script and stuff like this. So the goal here is to inform in which slide I am. Okay? But I don't want to inform in which slide I am by clicking the button. I cannot say, hey, this is slide 1 or this is slide 2. No. I want the action of entering the slide that will give me the slide number. The action of entering the slide, the action of going to the slide, because we have a trigger named onPanelSwitch. Each time I'm switching panel, it triggers this. Okay? So, for example, each time, so let's go there. Let's have a new script. Okay. It's a trigger on panel switch. And it's the panel owner info. Okay. Each time I'm triggering this, right, I can do this. Set variable, right? And we say target panel number. Okay. And here we have a function named get trigger target panel. Okay. Not trigger current panel. I want to know where I'm going. I'm not interested in where I am. I'm interested in where I am going because it's the action that is important, right? So when I do this, right, this is what happened. So let's display this. So if I put this trigger here on panel switch and I say Where is? Oh, I'm in the wrong file. Okay. I was confused. Okay. So if I'm putting on panel switch and I'm putting this script on panel switch, okay? This happens. If I click here, it says, I am going to the slide 2, right? Named slide 2. This is the number of the slide I'm going. And this is the name of the slide, which is, the name is slide 2. But if I change the name of slide 2 by blah, blah, right? Well, oh, see, it's a blah. This is the name of the second value. The first value is a number. Which number? 1, 2, 3, 4. Another name, okay? So I am interested only by the name, but by the number. I don't care about the name. You know, in that case, I don't care about the name. What's important to me, right? It's that is to be. I want to, you know, I want to know in which number I'm going, the slide number. Okay. So here I'm going to slide number 2. Here I'm going to, right? I'm not there yet. Now I am, right? So that's why I said target, not current. It's too late when you're current, you know. You need to know in advance where you go, right? How you know where you go, right? If you know in advance, right? So this is important, you know. So the scripts, not this one. The script need to say the target number. Okay. So now that I have the number, okay. Those buttons here, right? Let's say I have slide 1, 2. I have the button. Sorry, button. Okay. So this button here has no name, correct? This is not the name. This is the content of the name, the title of the button, but not the name of the button. So what is the difference between the title? The title is the title of the button, what display on the layout. The name of the button is this. This is the name of the button, of the button, but the name and that the title. Two things different. Okay. This is the title that shows on the layout, right? So that's the title, right? But the actually name of the layout of the button, right, is whatever you put here or here. Okay. If you don't put any name, FileMaker display the title with quotes. But if you put a name, well, now, see, it shows the name. So let's name those button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, and button 5. Doing this, right? First of all, I'm disconnecting the name of the button with the title, because then I can make whatever if I change horse to cow, right? Well, it won't break everything. you know, because this button to me is button 1. And as you can see here, I have the button here, the button and the slides, where button 1 and slide 1, I want to connect them together. The button 2 with the slide 2, the button 3 with the slide 3, button 4, etc. If I have 5 slides here, I have 5 buttons here. If I have 5 buttons here, I have 5 slides here, because I want to reproduce like a tab control, right? So now, how I can decide which button segments, which button bar segment is active? You have 2 ways. First, you say none, active, or you say, oh, you hard code, you want this one active, or you specify which one is active with a calculation, and the result of the calculation must be the name of the button. If I put button 3 here in this calculation, the button that will be active will be this one. If I change and I say, no, I want the button 5 active. Okay, no problem. That button 5 active. So now you know and you can see where I'm going, right? If this slide 1, if the name of this slide is slide 1, and the button, the name of this button is button 1, and when I click here, the target number, slide number is 1. Well, it is easy to build the name of the button, which will be active by doing this. Which button will be active? The button name, quote, button underscore, quote, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which this number will provide. Remember, because this here provide this number. Okay? So, but remember, I don't want, I just need the value 3. I don't want this one, right? So I say get value of this. I want the first. So let me explain why. No, sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was right. I get value this one, right? I don't care about the name. I want just the number. See, now I have only the number. Number. So now the active button is driven by which target panel number are active, right? Defined by these targets, which need to be global, right? And let me need to be a global. Okay. Click here, right? Or here, right? So now look this, okay? If I decide to go to that slide manually, right? Like this. See, if I do this, I go to the 2, right? So let me remove this. If I change to 3, 4, 5, see, this drive this, right? But I need to make sure, because if I click like this, right? See? So it gets updated. But if I do this, I need to refresh the object. This, refresh the object. This, refresh the object. So what we do, we name the bar, navigation bar 1. And I make sure the script here, the trigger, gets me the target panel number, but also refresh the objects, the bar. So now I have a perfect panel synced. With 2. Questions?
Yes, we got one from David. If FM is closed, I'm in panel 3. When opened again, will it go to panel 3 automatically?
You can, and that is something you need to do. Of course, that's cool, because we want that, when you go and you come back, you want to go back. So that's why, okay. So I'm going to show you this. It was next, but I will show you this. Can we continue? Or do we have another
Yes.
question?
Nope, you're good.
Okay. I will answer that question. It was part of my evolution. So let's say now, all of this is cool, right? But sometime, well, you can have complex layouts, and you have embedded tabs, tab within tabs within tabs, and stuff like that. So if that means I need a trigger script for every single, like this, for example, right? This is slides, and here it's slide also, and here. So I have one, two, three, and maybe inside I will have other, so that means I have to create scripts and for everything? No, right? So that I'm going to show you how to make that simple. Let's say I have this and I want, so make that a little bit bigger. Right? So let's say in my slide 1, I want another slide, So let's say, for example, I want a slide control of 3, and I want a tab here, right? And I want a tab, so I select my button bar. and I say, I don't know, let me see what's the owner, what the owner layout. That's the owner, yeah. So host, I don't know, but we can put like lists, and I don't know, host info and whatever, just for the demo. And I want to display this a navigation like this. Not like this. No, like this. Right? I want something like this, right? And then I click, click, click like this. So inside my host, I have this, okay? So I have a slide, right? Within a slide. See? This slide control, right, is inside this slide, right? So I have this slide. See this slide here? It's inside this one. See? Right? So remember, we named those slides slide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inside slide 1, if I open it, I have another slide control of 3 without names. So, since I am in the slide number 1, the main parent slide is named slide number 1. This one will be slide 1.1. This one will be slide 1.2, and this slide will be slide 3. Now you know where this slide is located. Yeah, it is located in slide 1, and it's the third of the second slide inside. This is a third panel of this slide, which is inside this. By the name, now you can locate the slides. If the slide was in the, if this slide was in, if I want to create this, for example, and put that in this one, in the slide number 3, and I will, in the slide number 3, I will have named those slide 1, 3.1, because it's in the slide number 3, 3.2, and 3.3. And this one slide 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. Okay? So you know where they are. This one is in slide number 1, and this one here is in slide number 3. See? By the name, I can locate them. Okay? So now that I have this, I want the same system to get this active or this active, so I need the same system to get which tab is active based on which slide I'm in. Okay? So yes, so I have one on panel switch here, and I have another on panel switch here, and of course I need, okay, I need, okay, this is annoying. Where is the new window? Okay. I updated to macOS Tahoe, and I regret everything is so freaking slow. Okay, so let's see, it's cranky. It's not smooth. Okay, so now how, so not only I need a different scripts, of course, but also I cannot use that variable because that variable tells me I am in the slide number 5, right? So this variable belongs to this bottom bar. Okay. So what about this one? Because I can be on the slide number 1 here and the slide number 3 here. So that means I need another variable name with another name. So if that means I need, each time I have a panel like this, I need to create a script and I need to create a variable. Well, at the beginning, yes, it was like this, but I got tired of this and I created a new way. Okay. So you need to bear with me again. So who remember how to create a variable name by calculation? Who remember that?
Who does remember that? I need Jeopardy music one of these days. I keep thinking I need to go get it, but I need to get it. I'm like, na 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 na. Let.
Okay, so some people know. So we're going to use that technique. So how it works? I want to create a variable, but not by using this. Because I cannot get the name by calculation. And I want this. I want to be able to calculate this on the fly. So how we do that? Well, we do this. See here, I have these two variables, right? So let's say now I want a variable named Nick test1, okay? And inside I want, hello, right? Why is that missing? Oh, okay. Boom. See? Of course, I can, if I change this, okay? If I go there, how are you? Okay? What happens if I want another one now? I want Nick test 2, okay, like this, right? With the calculation. Test 2, test 1. I even have this one. But see, you can create variable and give the name you want, here, give the, no space, give the name you want. Oh yeah, okay, this is what's the name? It's because I use the calc, but if I quit and I do it again, hold on. It's because I typed on the fly, right? So recent, right? So if I go there and I do it again, right? Boom. See? Make one, test one, give the name you want, right? So you can give the name you want, okay? And of course, if you want to blank, you blank. Boom, gone. So you can create and remove variable from the system, from the memory. So now that we know that technique, okay? Well, I could be off. I need to reopen the files. Okay. I can use one script that will tackle all my needs, but just with one script only and the advantage is when you copy paste the objects from one layout to another, you use the same scripts, just you need to change some names. I wish we didn't have all this stuff to do. It's it's they could make our life much simpler. Because my philosophy is this: if you get more feature, more possibility, more stuff, more discoverable, easier to discover, easier to manipulate, easier to use, right? Where you attract much more people than keeping everything hidden, complicated, cumbersome, tricky, right? But I don't get that. So the scripts, let me which group is it? 0061. So I have it here built, so I don't want to. So the advantage is, you will see, I have a script, the 0061. I copy that script, I paste here, right? Oh, yeah, I need a custom function. Hold on. Let's go. Typically, I always have this get parameter value. So I need this custom function. So I can copy paste that script again, copy and paste. Why gets broken all the time? Get parameter value is there. What did I do? Get parameter value is there. Copy, custom function is there. Paste, but is empty though. Oh, they have a bug here. See? Because the function is empty when I copy it. Gets parameter value. See? It doesn't so I need to reproduce the copy pastes. I don't know, maybe it's me or maybe it's my, I need to reproduce this. The copy paste from one file to another doesn't work. And here now is, I don't know, maybe it's Tahoe, I don't know. Okay. It's okay, I'm going to do it manually. So, new. And why? Okay. Why S? I don't want the S. Okay. So I did it manually, so it should be good now. Copy this and go to the script and paste. See, now it works. So thanks to that script, see here, I can say, okay, I'm going to set the variable name based on what I want. Okay. So I'm going to build my variable name on the fly just by doing this. So here I have this slide and I say, okay, I want to use the 61, right? And like here, for example. And this is my parameters. My parameter will be what the name of my slide, okay? So I want to name this owner info slide 1 and the navigation bar 1. That means this here, don't worry, is going to do this now. See? Owner info slide 1. Boom. I'm on the slide 2. Boom. Slide 4. Boom. Slide 5. Okay? So just now I need to point. That is the name of the variable. This is the name. This is how I name the variable. So now this button here get updated with this variable. So boom, 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 boom. So I have one script. Okay. So let's do now another this script 0061, right? And I want to apply the same technique here. But this is owner info slide 1.1. And the bar is the bar 1.1 as well. Why? Because this bar here is 1 and here is the another one. Remember, I cannot have the same name, the same object name. So since everything is named like this, when I am in the parent slide is number 1, the daughter slide or the foreign slide will be dot 1. You understand? If I put a first slide inside this one, I name like this. Slide 1.1.1. Right? I keep going. You know what I mean? So I keep referring the parent slide number, and then I can navigate and I can. So now I didn't change it, I just changing the name here, make sure that this button here, right, gets updated with button underscore one dot and this, right? Because it's 1.1, the button, right? Oh. And make sure that I name those button dot one, dot two, dot three. So here, I need to put the script here, missing the script. So here my philosophy about those scripts. Okay. This is the first. This is the second. And this is third. 3. And this is 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay. See? Oh, going to the wrong one. This is 1.1. Rookie mistake. This is 1.2. And this is 1.3. Rookie mistake. See? See, it changed here, right? Here. And here. And here, if I look, I have this one and this one. I'm both in one, but I could be on this one on the slide number 2, and this one on the slide number 1. So I can create as many global variable as I want, right? I just have to refer the button dot one dot to make sure the button and the slide matches button 1.1, slide 1.1, button 1, slide 1, right? That's it, right? Make sure the button here goes named correctly. Here, the button name is button 1, 2, 3, 4 directly. And here it's button 1.1, 2, 3, 4, right? Is it? To build, this will build the name of the object that is active. And then, thanks of the button bar, the active states will take over. Active states or inactive states, right? Same here. Active states, inactive states. So all together, now I have a new button bar and a new tab control. And the advantage is this script here, I have one script for all the button, all the slide, for all my solution. I have only one script. I don't need to build a script for each slide. So before we go to the question, before I go to answer the question that been asked before, do we have any other question?
The active button will be determined by the variable feeding by the active tab.
Yes, the variable is fed by the active tab, by the target tab, not the active, by the target tab. But this calculation on the active segments it needs to refer to a name of object. If the button is named button 1, okay, well, for the bar to decide which one is active, it's by the name of the button. And since they all name button underscore, button underscore, button underscore, button underscore, button underscore, see, they all name, the only difference is this. So I put part of the name, which is the same for all of them, just this change. Since I don't personalize, right, the names like, oh, button horse, button appointments, button invoices, button payments, right? Instead of doing this, which is a mistake, you say, okay, I don't care about, I don't give a damn what it is, right? Could be whatever. What important is this is button 1, this is button 2. Okay, do we agree that this is the button number 3? Okay, so I don't give a damn if it's voices, right? Because I could take the whole thing, okay, and get this to another solution. It will work. And I can rename those. Change the icon, rename. I don't care until it's slide number 1 or button number 1, the same. You understand? So now, how to land, right, to the, for example, if I'm here, right, if I'm here and I go here and I come back, right, it says payment 4, but I'm not in the slide number 4. So how I can do that? Well, you need another script name on layout / mode enter, and I'm going to tell you why. Owner info. So why mode? What the heck is this? I show you. Each time you enter the layout, you want to go to the slide decided by this variable. The main one, the parents. Okay. So you say go to objects, slide underscore and this. If this variable says number 4, if you go to another layout and you come back, it will go to the object slide decided by this number. So slide 4, right? If I go away and I come back, it said 4 here because this didn't change, but I'm not in the slide. This is the slide 4. So you go layout mode, and here you say triggers on layout enter this. Now if I go away and if I come back, boom, slide 4. Right? But here's the catch. So we are developers. So let's say I'm here on slide 2. If I go and I come back, bingo, slide 2. It works perfectly. You know, if I go. And if I come back, boom, on layout, enter, right? Go to objects, fly underscore, decided by this one, which is 2. So you do this. Look. Boom. Right? It goes to the slide. But now you have this. Let's say I'm here and I'm go layout mode. I do my business, right? I do my business and I go back to browse mode. Poof. I am not in layout 2. If I go away and I come back, yeah, that works. That's no problem because I have an on layout enter. But I do need also on mode enter. That's why I said on layout mode enter. Because now I'm here. I go layout mode. I go back browse mode. I go back to the layout. I go back where I was. Because not only I have the trigger on layout enter, but I also have on mode enter. From layout mode to browse. So now, even if I go layout mode, I come back, I don't have to redo all, So that's why I call that on layout mode enter. Questions?
Nope, just someone say you never know. You never realize how much stuff you forget. So.
Yeah, and but I wish it could be simpler than this. But now, okay, to be honest with you, I have an object. I have object like for example this one. See, for example, if I want to do that for this one, let's say tab A, this is tab B, and this is tab C. Okay, I am in tab, not wrap. Okay, I'm here, right? So, and I can put like this is tab 1, right? This is tab, oops, 2, and this is tab 3. Or let's call them C like this because otherwise it will be confusing. I do that on purpose to show you that, make sure that you see the difference. So here I'm here, right? I'm in the 3.1. So this I will call them button 3.1, right? And this one will be button 3.2, and this one will be button 3.3, right? And this tab here, this right? This here, this will be the bottom bar 3, okay? Or 3.1, by the way, 3.1, right? So now I want to have a control. I want to link those two with my scripts, right? Well, it's the same script of this one with the same parameters. I put it here on panel switch 61, and here is, I named that 3.1, and it's the navigation bar 3.1 that need to be refreshed. Oh, I need to put the script here, sorry. So no navigation, slide 3.1. no navigation, slide 3.2, and 3.3. 3.1, 2, 3. Okay. See? Oh, here I have a mistake here. Slide 3.3. Oh. Why it doesn't go there? Oh. Yeah, but no. It's this one. Wrong script. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. See? That's it. I have this one. And now here I have the slide 1, 1.1, 3.1. See, it's very simple. And with this naming 3.1, 3.2.1.2.3, it's simpler than because you physically can represent them where they are, That the slide number 1, and this is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. This is a slide 3. This is slide 3.1, 3. See, it's, and etc., etc. And now, let's say before we go, because I know you, let's say I'm here, right? I am in slide number 3, right? And I want to go back there, right? So that I want these two to go back exactly where they are. Because if I go away and I come back here, boom, I go back to the tab 1 here. Okay? So instead of doing this, see, I want this to happen. Well, you did this. So you go there, but if this equal 3, you also says you want to go to the object 3 dots decided by this slide control. I mean, if this one is free, that means if you go to the slide, you need to go there. Okay. But if this one is number 3, you also want to go there. Right? On layout mode, right? On layout enter. Right? So if I'm here, right? If I go away and I come back, boom. Huh? Why not? Why not? Okay. Go to object slide 3 dot. Yeah, okay. That's weird. If I'm going there, I'm going layout mode, browse mode. Well, browse mode, layout mode, browse mode. Yeah, it works. Why when I go there, it said no? Don't know. Why it said that's weird though. Anyway, other question?
Nope, just people wanting the sample file, which you should send to
Yeah,
me
I
after the
will.
fact.
I'll provide the sample file right now, and then I'm going to close it and send it to you.
Yes, sounds good to me. I have a meeting in shortly, so I think it's a good spot to wrap up for today if you're good with that.
Okay, I am. So
Uh,
see you tomorrow then.
yes, thank you everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all learned something as always. Uh, And then thank you, Nick, thank you, Nick, for presenting.
Thank you. And
Thank you,
see you tomorrow,
everybody.
guys.
See you tomorrow, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.